behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for watching. We got another great interview coming up for you shortly. But before we begin, don't forget about the subscribe button and bell buttons below you there. And anytime a new episode comes your way, you'll be notified. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you pay attention to the description part of this interview, if you pay attention to that, not only there, but on the closing credits at the end of the show, we're going to have contact info there, so we hope that you'll check that out. From Anderson, California, we have Jeremy Ryan. He's a very talented artist and very awesome artist at that. I think you're really going to like him, and we're going to get to that in a moment, but first here's a quick word from The Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away, we'll be right back right after this.
The Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Anderson, California, we have Jeremy Ryan with us today. Thanks for joining us, Jeremy.
Thank you for having me, Paul. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you. What's your story about how you got started in the music business? I'm sure you always loved music since you were a kid. Maybe it goes deeper than that, but tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear it.
Absolutely. Yeah, so, growing up as a kid, Mama was always singing in the car while I was in the back seat, and listened to a lot of the old school Motown and the old time rock and roll. And her favorite song was the song Sherry. So I always thought she did a great job on it. And so I probably got my singing and my roots from my mom. Her father, my grandfather, was in a country music band, and he was a guitar player as well as a steel guitarist. And he passed when I was a teenager. But that's probably where I got my music roots from. But as growing up, with all my friends, I'm kind of a big guy, as you can see here. All my buddies were playing football, and they're like, "Hey, join the team!" And I was over there in band and on choir practice, and I was always interested in music. And as soon as I, was old enough to hold a guitar, I grabbed one, started playing in it, and there's been a passion ever since I was a kid. As we grow and get older and raise families, things change. But I really taken my music really seriously now, and taking the steps to move forward.
Okay, well, that is a great story, and hope you have many years ahead of you on that.
For sure.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the artists that influenced you, when you were growing up. I mean, I'm sure some of the legends come to mind, but let us know some of those.
Oh, absolutely. We got, of course, you got Waylon, Willie, and Merle Haggard, who actually lived right here at Shasta Lake, up where I live in Anderson and Redding, California. I'm way up north in a small town over here. And those guys were always an influence during high school years. I had a lot of hip hop influence, so I kind of like to see some of the new stuff where there's a bit of a crossover. I think country music is blending very well. You got guys like Hardy, who is bringing rock and heavy rock into country, and then you've got Jelly Roll with a rap background. A lot of things you could say about Jelly. He's got a great backstory, as well as, he's opened the door for guys that got a little bit of age on them. I'm trying to break out in the music business to where I got a few years on me, but he's opened that door for guys like me.
Mm. Yeah, you mentioned Merle and Willie. I mean, Willie's 91 years old. He's still doing what he's doing, That's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, how can we find you online? Do you have any official websites? Are you on all streaming media, social media? Tell everybody about that.
So my single that we'll be probably listening to a little bit later here is Beer in Heaven. That's on all streaming sites. You can download that on any site that you can find music. As far as finding me, my primary is Facebook. It's the Jeremy Ryan Band or Jeremy Ryan Band. Also Instagram, TikTok as well. I've been doing an acoustic act for the past few years now, about 3 years. Me and a couple of my buddies have put together this band. We did really well for ourselves. In 2023, we were voted best live music artist for Best of North State, and that's in our area up here, not California, way up north California. We're not talking Hollywood and LA. We're talking we're talking pine trees, not palm trees. So that was a good accomplishment. Things are moving forward. So I decided to get a full band and become the Jeremy Ryan Band. I've got a great set of musicians behind me, and we're actually going to have our debut show right here in our hometown of Anderson, California on July 3rd. That'll be the Anderson Explodes. It's a great big ceremony where they do the fireworks show one day before the 4th of July. And we'll be right out there on the racetracks right before they shoot off the fireworks. So I'm super excited about that. That's our debut date. And we put a lot of time and work into that one.
Okay, and we can find out all your other dates on your website as well.
All the other dates will be on social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, that type of stuff. And again, it's Jeremy Ryan Band.
And you can check all his music out on all streaming platforms too, right? Like Apple Music, Amazon Music, so forth.
Yep, that's where you can find my single right now. We're getting ready to get back in the studio as a full band. I've got my acoustic version of our song "Beer in Heaven," and there's an interesting story as well to that song as well. So.
Okay, and you just mentioned the name of the song, "Beer in Heaven." That's an interesting title. Is there a story behind that song, by the way?
Absolutely, yeah, very interesting story. Well, over the years, I've had lost a few friends over the years, really close friends of mine, and I've always often wondered if when we get to heaven, if we can enjoy some of the things that we do here and on this beautiful earth we live on. And I guess they know the answer to that, but I don't. So my question in the song is heaven serving beer? And can I raise a glass up with my buddies I've lost over the years? And in the midst of writing this song, I was kind of stuck about halfway through it. And I received the news that one of my really good friends had passed away. And I said, I think I just got the ending to my song. So I got with my wife and said, honey, my buddy had passed. And so you'll hear mention of a few friends that I've lost over the years. Those are all very close guys to me. And that's 100% true story.
Okay. Well, it is a great song. I love the song, by the way. And I know you're getting ready to hear it. And I think you'll love it too. And before we go, I just want to thank you, Jeremy, for being on the show today. Come back anytime you want to plug something new. Maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
Paul, I appreciate you. You were absolutely great. It's wonderful talking to you. Hope they enjoy the song, and I'd love to come back and talk to you, maybe after we get some traction with the new band.
Okay, well, that sounds good. And without further ado, here's Beer in Heaven by Jeremy Ryan, and it begins right now.
There's beer up in heaven. Hope that Jesus shows me the way. I'll be floating on a white cloud, sipping on IPA when I rise above the sunset. Hope I can still work on my tan. I will sit and talk to Grandpa with a cold one in my hand when I get up there. Hope that heaven's serving beer. I will sit and talk to Jesse. Hope he still recognizes me. He was too young for a cold one when he decided to leave. And I will spend the day with Gerald. We'll sit and talk about old times. We'll have a Modelo. Well, don't forget the lime. And when I get up there, hope that heaven's serving beer. I will have a glass with Jesus and all my buddies too. Well, my cup runneth over with heaven's finest brew. When I get up there, hope that heaven's serving beer. I will spend some time with Nathan, and laughter will fill the room. Well, as for my friend Junior, why did he have to go so soon? Well, I'm sending out a warning. You might want to tap another keg, 'cause there'll damn sure be some drinking when I find my buddy Greg. And when I get up there, yeah, when I get up there, hope that heaven's serving beer. And if all my buddies are there, I know that heaven's serving beer. When I get up there, hope that heaven's serving beer.